Oh, back in the room.
Back in the room.
Back in the sexy room.
Sexy.
Well,
You're right, Martin.
Well, this is the episode about love.
Okay.
Baby. Oh.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's crack on.
Well, if Barry White is the walrus of love, what animal are you of love?
Oh, the stoat of love.
Stoat. I can see that. Yeah.
The stoat of love. Well, actually, I think I put on a little bit too much weight to be a stoat. What about yourself, Paul? What animal of love are you?
I think it'd be like a meerkat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hypervigilant.
Yep. Looking around. Oh.
Yeah.
If you see me dancing, really dancing.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. Well, let's go to what? Yes. Let's go to the place where the the landmarks and the detours are the main roads. Welcome to ADHDville. The music has already started.
Oh God! Slick.
Yeah. I think I kind of right. I think I pressed the music too early. I think it was nerves.
Right.
It doesn't happen to me very often.
Right. Is it because we're going to talk about love? Does it make you a bit?
Yeah. I just kind of got a bit anxious, and then the music just.
Yeah. We'll come on to this, I think, won't we? About how was it like to be autistic and ADHD and love. Anyway, I'm Paul Thompson. I was diagnosed with the combined ADH and the D again 2 years ago.
I'm Martin West, and I was diagnosed with the combined ADHD poo-poo platter in 2013. And we start off, as we do, in the ADHDville pub, the King's Agitated Head, where we, the ex-co-mayors of ADHD, take care of business. And this week, we're going to talk about love. Because it was Valentine's Day. It's just kind of gone.
3 days ago. Right.
And then we'll chat about that. We will rate it, and then we'll have a quiz. It's the quiz. We'll have a quiz. All right. So where are we going, Pulio?
We're going downtown. We're going downtown.
Ooh, very sexy.
What does that mean, downtown? Because it means different things in different parts of the world.
Right. So, in the States, for example, it's kind of like you'll get various districts, right? You'll get like a sort of a business district and a whatever district, and the downtown tends to be the kind of. It's where all the bars are. It's where the kind of nightlife is. It's where the stores and the music stores are and the coffee shops.
Okay.
It's kind of that. Is that more vibey?
Right. In Italian, they say we're going into the center.
All right.
Andiamo in centro.
Right. But downtown, if you're going downtown, it also has sexual connotations when you're going downtown.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Okay.
So that makes it quite appropriate, really. Well, let's jump into the tractor, and you and me, Paul, we're gonna go downtown.
Okay.
With each other.
Would be the first time. No, it would be. It depends on what you're saying.
All right, depends what you say. Oh, I was supposed to hit the music. Oh, I forgot. I was late that time. It took me ages to get to the music.
Oh God, yeah, just out of sync.
Yeah, I'm just discombobulated, mate. I'm all over the shop.
Well, what a fine word that is.
Right.
It's one of my favourite words, discombobulated.
Right. What I will say. Okay, so we're going to talk about love. You know what? I as a slight side conversation.
Right.
Have you been watching the Olympic Games? Because it is in Italy, right?
I have and I haven't. It's about 2 hours drive Well, if I was going to the events in Milan, it's 40-minute drive to Milan.
Close. Next door, minutes. Mate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
If I went into the mountain part of the event, which is in Cortina, it would take me about a solid 2 hours to get there because it's up in the mountains.
Still, next door.
And I'm watching. I'm not. It's kind of. I'm against this how much is spent on it, but I like the games in themselves.
Right.
I like watching the speed skating, and the curling and all that malarkey. But right. I mean, the government's made a right hack of the money spent on it and claiming it as the most sustainable games ever. Bullshit,
All right.
So I'm watching it or not.
All right. Well, I thought, well, this is a love episode. I thought the Winter Olympics. Then I was thinking, I wonder if it was if we had a Winter Olympics, but it was about love.
Right.
And like ADHD, love.
You're going to try and segue the Winter Olympics into love.
Yeah, well, I'm going to segue into a Winter Olympics event that could be about love and about ADHD, right? So this is a new Winter Olympics event, right?
Right.
So, in my idea, the athletes must fall madly in love.
Right.
Then they must research their new partner's childhood hobbies.
Right.
Then they must plan 3 trips. Then they have to burn out, have a big cry, and then rediscover themselves all in under 4 hours. And so in that time, you have to fall in love. Stalk their social media pages. Overshare.
Right. Maybe. Okay. Yes, of stalking. Maybe hire a private detective, a private dick.
Blimey. And then there's extra points for creating a dramatic playlist of songs that
could happen.
You can send them.
It's not very wintry. It could be the Summer Olympics as well.
Well, that is a good point. Well put, mate. There is nothing specifically winter about it.
It's not dependent on ice or snow or cold stuff.
I think there's some more research that I clearly need to do. So I'm just going to take that back to the drawing board, Paul, and then I'll work on it.
Okay.
Blimey. Hard audience, right? All right. So I don't know. I mean, I thought. I would just start by just kind of like listing out some types of love. So just some, so we kind of like, we can talk about like, because there's all kinds of different.
Oh, massively.
Massive. So there's like, there's like a passionate love. So that's like that's the one where you're like got intense desire and infatuation, and you get that early spark chemistry. There's like a companion love, which is more like a sort of a deep bond, trust, comfort, long-term intimacy. Like you can kind of get, I mean, I think, lots of friendships sit in that one as well. Then there's like an attachment love, which is like a bond that provides safety and security across relationships. So so family can sit in there and friends can sit in there as well. And then there's like a compassionate love, like a selfless, unconditional care, which again, family or your friends, they sit in there. So I mean, everyone like cuts the love into all kinds of different ways. But I mean, this is just to say it's a very broad spectrum.
It's massively broad. I think love is so, to me, it's as a word it seems totally inadequate. It's as if I've always thought that love should be given in theory. It'd be difficult because you'd have an extremely big dictionary. But I think love could be given a different word definition for every situation, every friend, every lover, every partner, every pet, every family member. It's like different for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of like Shakespeare. Okay,
Oh, wow,
stay with me on this.
All right.
I'm gonna segue to Shakespeare, who invented over 200 words for his sonnets and his plays. Right.
Mm-hmm.
If he couldn't think of a word, he'd just invent it.
Right.
And a lot of them are still in the English dictionary. Like fashionable was he invented that word. Didn't exist before Shakespeare.
All right. I was
Bedroom.
just wondering. Oh, hang on. Okay, now it's starting to get us. I was like, how is this an earth to do with love?
Love. All right. Okay. Bedroom.
There we go. There's one.
Okay. Lonely.
Oh, that's so sad.
Addiction. Love can be addictive.
So won't we?
Right.
So won't we?
Eyeballs.
Yes.
He invented eyeballs. Some people might have an eyeball fetish. That could turn into love.
The look of love. The look of love. That's the look. That's the look.
Love. Let's get even more down to it. Uncomfortable. He invented that word.
All right.
Undress appears in the Taming of the Shrew. Undress.
Okay.
Swagger invented it completely. It's in a Midnight Summer's Dream. And last but not least, probably the least sexy and love thing, puking.
Oh, come on.
He invented it is something he invented for as you like it. As you don't.
Paul, exactly. Yeah. How you don't.
As you don't.
How is it that we've skidded off the path of love so quickly?
Well, no, but it's still because I would invent, when I think of the people I have loved.
You think of
past and present.
Oh, you think of vomit.
But I could quite easily invent a word for all of them that would more closely represent how love could be distinctly defined quite differently between all the people in my past and present.
So what we need is the Paul Thompson Love Dictionary.
Yes, exactly.
Where you invent all the words for all the different loves.
That's what I'm getting at.
Get on it, Paul. After this podcast, that's your money making fucking thing there. I love that.
Yeah. It's just so different for everyone, isn't it? It's like but what I'm mostly interested is context of autism and ADHD. Mm-hmm. I think when I reflect, it's one of those things where we mask probably some maybe the most awkward ways, because we think we have to love, or we have the perception that the people that we were with wanted a kind of neurotypical definition of love,
right?
Which or people with ADHD and autism don't do. Right?
No, we don't.
It's just like those don't look at me if you want that, and it has caused problems in the past, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right, because you've got all these expectations that society says what you should be, what it should feel like, how you act when you're in love.
Act and perform even. It's very performative, I think. The neurotypical definition of love is very performative.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day.
When you're queued up for roses. at the
Yeah,
flower
when I
shop.
was queuing up for roses and a box of chocolates, and I was thinking, how performative am I?
And sexy underwear.
Oh, you know the edible underwear, or the one with the elephant trunk
Yeah.
on the front. Yeah, I'm thinking, I know, right? Because that I mean, that's the thing. It's fucking ridiculous. All of that
Yeah.
is fucking ridiculous. And I did think, like, if you've got autism and ADHD, there is not a lot of. I mean, like, I think normal people generally have it better in lots of areas, right? Rather than us. But one area that I feel sorry for them
Yes.
is in love, because I do
Come
not
on. Yes.
I do not envy normal people's love in the slightest, right?
I was once in walking along the street in where I used to live in Palermo, and there's this like jewelry shop. I'm not sure if it exists in the States, but for sure it exists in a lot of places in Europe. It's called Pandora. Okay.
All right.
It's a chain, a big chain in Europe, and they sell the cheapest, kind of jewelry. Okay.
Right.
And when they're selling Valentines, there are queues outside the shop.
All right.
And I thought, if I saw my partner or lover or whatever in the queue buying something
line
for me, I'd say it's over.
It's done, mate.
I'm throwing in the towel. That's it. You clearly have not got a clue about who I am.
Right. Yeah.
Save your money, love.
So save it for the bus ride home, because that's where you're going.
Don't buy the trinket,
No.
with soppy words engraved on them. No.
No, because like as far as I'm concerned, when I think about like normal people, like, and love, like, if love is an ocean, they put on all their life preservers and their inflatable life jackets and stuff, and they go and paddle around in the safe shallow water, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Whereas us neurodivergent people, we fucking swim out into the fucking deep ocean where the swells are like mountainous, and we're like bobbing about up there,
totally,
like, going up and down like crazy people.
Exactly.
It's like a normal people's love is like it barely, like,
it doesn't register.
Barely
does
nothing. Us, it's like insane.
I'm going to test you, Martin, with an anecdote, right?
Okay.
Just this anecdote just came to me as you were talking just now. I was once when I lived in Crouch End. Okay.
Oh yeah,
London, right? I was coming home from work and it was late. It was about midnight, and I got on this London bus, classic London bus. Went upstairs to the top deck, right?
Yes.
And there was this girl there, and we were waiting for the bus together, right? And we just connected, and we were chatting away, and the bus journey was about 25 minutes, and we were just like chatting, and like getting on like a house on fire. And then we got off at the same bus stop, and I forgot to ask her for her number, right? So here's the thing. What do you think I did next?
Oh, so you think you know me, but do you really? Okay. What would you do next? So you've got off the bus, right? And you've both gone your separate ways.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's great meeting you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then she just wanders off into the night.
Yeah.
And you're going, oh, bugger. I didn't get a number.
Yeah.
What an arsehole I am.
Yes. That was the first thought.
And then what would you do? What would you do? fuck it. I mean, oh Jesus! I mean, you could just head off in the direction that she vaguely went, and then just wing it and hope you might see her. Or you take the same bus the next week on the same day at the same time and hope that she's there. So you could stalk that bus stop perhaps for a couple of days, see if she turns up.
Right. Well, see, no, that's not what I did. I ran a poster campaign in the right. Printed out little A4 posters and nailed them to the lampposts along the street where I remembered she said roughly where she lived. Right, and it was vague enough that if she did have a boyfriend, I didn't know if she did or not. It's vague enough that only she would understand who had written it.
Blimey.
And it was, right now. Thing is, do you remember Emma, who used to like hang out with us quite a lot at Crouch End?
Yep.
She thought that was really creepy.
Is it really?
But this is the thing, isn't it? I think if she was, if she was going to be someone interesting that I thought I could, subconsciously, I would. If she reacted to it, responded to it, I knew she was the right kind of person I wanted to spend some time with.
Absolutely.
If she found it creepy, it's like, well, forget it. That's fine. Ciao.
Right, because honestly,
I never found it creepy.
If that scene was in a film, you had some nice music under it, that would be like a classic rom-com kind of a maneuver.
Yeah.
I love it. Paul.
So then for several days afterwards, those are the days where I didn't have, I think I did have a cell phone. I had my first cell phone, but mostly it was the house phone, normal land phone, okay?
Right.
And so every time it didn't ring, hardly ever. So when it rang, it was like quite a strange event, and it only rang once.
Okay.
And whoever was at the end of the phone, I was like, hello, didn't speak up.
Oh, that was like the love of your life there, mate.
Could have been, sliding doors.
Oh, she was all shy and got the nerves.
Yeah.
Oh, she heard your voice and panicked. Oh. Jesus.
Or she was like, what if it was that really weird bloke that I met on the bus that had the weird voice? And I answered the phone, hello, who's there? It was him, fuck it. Yep. Put the phone down.
Yep, that's him. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. I love that. Well, that was half the podcast, but worth it. Worth it.
Well, let us know. Out there, would you find that creepy?
Yeah.
Whether you're a boy or a girl,
or romantic,
man or a woman, is that creepy?
Right. Yeah. I would put it in the not creepy camp personally, for the exact same reasons that you said.
Yeah. I'm really glad that I did it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. You threw your hat over the
totes.
Yeah, which is okay. Well, I think just kind of going. I think that kind of indicates that we love in a very different way. I feel
totally.
And as I said before, I think our ADHD or LDHD, we that thing that kind of that we have that we use hyperfocus.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that we can do, like really intensely focus on something when that something is like a person, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a potential partner, but it can be other people as well. But that kind of early experience. You know that experience, Paul, when you've met someone like that, right? But then you take it to the next level, and you both go, "Yeah, I'm interested in you. Oh, I'm interested in you." And then you just kind of go, then you just kind of almost like just are really intensely into them. You have this this really intense period where you're just kind of
visceral,
so into the other person, and you want to know everything about them, and what their favorite song is, and what socks do they wear on a Wednesday, and I mean, it's just
or Tuesday.
All the days of the week, mate. I want to see a lineup of socks for each day. That, and I mean, we have to, it's generally called like the love bombing period, which is something that neurodivergents do really well. Is that when you meet that certain people, you just like you just literally love bomb each other in this kind of intense period.
But not love bombing in a narcissistic definition of love bombing. When because with narcissists, with love bombing, there is there's an objective behind it that is pretty nasty. It's about controlling. With ADHD people, it's just love bombing intensity, and that's it. There's no particular,
right. We aren't
objective.
We aren't trying to manipulate the other person. And there was some Alexandra, from the Haunted Inn, she did a TikTok on love bombing, and there was a lot of chat around there, and that was her point, was that is that love bombing from a narcissistic or point of view is very different to but it feels the same. It almost looks the same as love bombing from a neurodivergent person. But as you say, there is the intent behind it. It's very different, but it can. So
but it can be very exciting when there is that connection, and it's happened to me many times, and quite a few times in my life. Maybe I'm quite lucky, but when it happens, it's great.
Right,
and it's like this incredible energy.
Right, it's like it's one of the high points of being alive. Is that that thing? That's just like, woohoo! Yeah, no, I mean, I can like those periods have been pretty crazy, and then because we are neurodivergent, that kind of starts to tail off. And then the other person kind of goes, wait, where did all that go?
Yeah,
it's like,
it has a bit of a shiny new toy element to it.
Right. I mean, you can't maintain that. Like, it has its place and its time.
But here's a provocation, right?
Yes.
I think I don't know about. Well, I'm speaking from knowledge of my culture in England, which is very different, by the way. A British definition of love can have subtle differences, nuances that are different from other places. But anyway, there's a sense of failure. If a relationship breaks up, there's a sense of failure. What if that intensity between two people, and it only lasts for 2 or 3 months, was not a failure at all? It was just a fucking amazing 2 or 3 months,
Right. Yeah.
And we get so too hooked up in the kind of sense of failure that if it didn't last a lifetime,
right? And I think
it's like, why not celebrate that it was fucking amazing for 3 months and it's fine?
Yes. Because I think when you do understand yourself, and you are neurodivergent, and you do know that is that you are in this window of like intense feelings, that it will taper off. and it will kind of come back at some points, and it will go away, and it'll come back and go away. It'll just kind of come in waves.
Mm-hmm.
And then in between the waves is just kind of like normal stuff, and then it'll go it'll go up again.
Like the Blancmange song, "Waves, they're coming over me."
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've got some research, Paul. Just
okay.
Some quick ones.
About Blancmange or about love?
I wish I had Blancmange research. I feel like I've come to this podcast unprepared suddenly. Research shows that more intense, passionate love than people without ADHD. So we have more intense, passionate love than normal people. Ours is more intense. Also, there are higher rates of romantic partners and early sexual activity. When you're in your teens. So
when you say love can be intense, can it also be in like caravans as well?
It can. Oh, mate, it can be in caravans.
It doesn't have to be in a tent.
No, it can be in an RV.
Right.
In a yeah.
Okay.
So we early on
intense,
we tend to have more romantic partners.
Yes.
And some studies find attachment anxiety and avoidance patterns, meaning fear of intimacy and relationship insecurity, can be common. So while we do have that, I think this is what you're kind of saying is that we'll have this intense periods, and then we'll have these up, and then when it's not intense, we as you say, we kind of feel like we've failed.
Yeah.
And
also the rejection, the fear of rejection also means to avoid that rejection, you're putting in some serious effort probably to
absolutely
to delay that moment,
when you
which only increases the intensity.
Right. No, I mean that that pain, that emotional pain, like really kind of amps up the anxiety, right? Because it's this push-pull thing, right? Where you feel like you want to really connect with someone else.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be a romantic. It could be like someone that you meet, right? That you really like, like a friend, like a mate, where you kind of like want to start. You think, oh, we have a connection here. Look, I want to share some of myself, but then you're like, ooh, well, what if I share that thing about that thing that I like and or whatever it is, and let me just so you end up doing this like kind of odd masking. You're like jumping between wanting to unmask and then having the anxiety of having to mask again, like, and you're just like he's in this constant state of like, am I masking or am I unmasking? What am I doing here?
State of flux.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what about the other dynamic that sometimes happen, right? Because I was reading an article once. It was an interview with the French actress called Juliette Binoche.
Okay.
Right. She talked about the fact that she was very much in love with two different men for two very different reasons.
Okay.
And she said, well, and the only reason, usually the biggest barrier is self-esteem, because she personally had no problem with that at all. Right?
Oh, right.
That she loved one man, but didn't mean she couldn't love the other man in completely different ways.
Yeah, that is so true.
And that's like, I think that is so difficult, though. It's a really difficult thing to. I can appreciate it to manage, So do I have the self-esteem to actually have that happen? and be okay with it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like a mate of mine. He was so he's married to his wife, right? And she wanted she wanted to experience other people in that way, right? She wanted to have, I don't know, wanted
other
to have someone
experiences.
else, other experiences, and so she was like, I want to do this. I think that we should have an open marriage. And he wasn't into it. He was thinking that this was a bad idea. But he was like, fine, okay, all right. Well, like you're obviously unhappy. Let's do this. So she had a man, and then she went out, and then he went out and found a girl, a woman, I should say. And they kind of started their own little individual dating, and then the woman split up from the man, but the husband, my mate. He actually fell in love with his new his new woman, and was like, you know what, our marriage is over. I'm going to go off with this new girl, and
it's usually messy.
So she brought up this whole thing, this open relationship, and then it bit her in the arse in the end. I'm not saying that that's the moral of the story is don't, but I'm just saying
but
that
it usually is messy, because love is messy, Martin. It's like
you're right.
It's like, I think probably what happened with them is, it's like home cooking is all right, but sometimes you want a takeaway.
I guess. So I'm not putting any judgment on it. It's just
no judgment at all.
It's just interesting how
I really admire couples that can make that happen massively. It demonstrates a very mature definition of love, and demonstrates really strong self-esteem.
Yes, I think it was a Netflix show that I watched about, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. It was like a real, one of those oh fucking hell, I can't think of the term, but it was called like couple to thruple, I think. So what it was that they got all these couples who were interested in having a third person enter the relationship, and it was a reality show. So they had these, they're all real couples, right? And then have to interview. Then they bring all these other single people, and they're all parties, and they're mixing, and they're chatting, and then they're trying, and they're kind of trying to see what a threesome would be like. And then cameras were following these people around and interviewing everyone and all that kind of stuff. And it was really interesting. How, from me, because I'm interested in people and how they work and think. I was like, how does this work? How I was having trouble wrapping my brains around that concept personally. But it was interesting.
There was another, again on Netflix. It was an American mini series about, I think it was called something like Modern Love. It's really nicely made. It's based in New York, beautifully made, and very much about those kind of modern dynamics and modern interpretations of love. It was really, really nicely made. Even there was one of the characters in it was each episode there was a slightly different dynamic and different couples and stuff. There was even one with a prostitute who actually, it was very cool how she redefined what people thought of what a prostitute is, or who she is, what she represents, and the service that she gives to society, and sometimes to couples as well. And it's very cool anyway, really cool.
Right. Yeah. So like, I guess, So I guess you end up in this place where I think, and this is what we talked about last week, is that there is a romantic love, but actually we can have more intense relationships with other people who we don't have a romantic connection to. Like, definitely. It doesn't necessarily, I think for normal people, they tend to think of it as like, oh, I have this intense emotional reaction to you and this connection, therefore it must be love, therefore I'm going to go and buy some chocolates and I'm going to line up for some cheap jewelry in Palermo. And that's what it is. But for neurodivergent people, it doesn't have, like, once you break out of that way of thinking, as we were saying earlier, it's like, oh, okay, actually you can still love someone without the kind of sex part being a part of the thing. It doesn't have to go down there. You can just enjoy being, that kind of like
that's
an
really
intimate
liberating. It's very liberating when you arrive at that point as well.
Right. It is.
It's not, it's not, the default isn't, intimacy means, sexually intimacy.
And especially if the other person is clocked in on that as well, because you can both go, I love you so much. The other person can go, I love you so much. And you can feel that, feel that heart hug, but without it kind of like, it doesn't mean, all right, well, now.
But that was funny you say that, because I was reading a story. Billy Connolly was telling a story about his love affair with Robin Williams.
Oh,
okay, and he said there was a deep connection between the two of them. And in fact, 2 days before Robin Williams committed suicide, he arranged lunch with Billy Connolly, and Robin Williams told Billy Connolly how much he loved him.
Oh,
isn't that nice?
It's amazing.
Yeah, bromance. So there's the subject, because we don't have time for it. But men, they just can't, men having an intimate relationship with another man, most men get in all kinds of problems with that.
Yes.
Which is as dumb as fuck. It really is.
Right. Absolutely. Then, I mean, it's definitely worth mentioning that because ADHD is about the dopamine, and it is about risky behavior, and it is about sort of addiction, that you can, like, if you're undiagnosed and you don't really understand yourself that well, and that has led to me personally all kinds of fucking shady shit in the past. Because I just didn't I didn't understand myself well enough to know what I was doing or thinking.
I once, in a fairly recent history, kind of chased a relationship. Didn't chase it. I kind of went head first into a relationship that I knew on all kinds of levels. I knew was going to be dangerous, and it was going to be shit, and it was going to be problems, and there were, more than I've ever had in my life. It was unbelievable. And I think and a part of me now, with looking back on that was a dopamine chase,
right?
Danger. I so knew it was going to be a wrong un.
A wrong un. Oh, blimey!
I just so knew it, but yeah, blimey.
Yeah. All right. Well, have you got? I mean, like, honestly, the thing is about this subject is that like, books have been written and films and so much about this topic, and there's all the science as well. It's just like there's so much of it that that we barely scratch the surface.
I would say that if anyone wants to read up on it, one of the really good books I thought was really good is Alain de Botton, who's a British psychologist. He's written about love in a really cool way. It's very, very easy to read and really cool, really good, really well written.
Right. Which so I would have to add. I often go back to Cahill, the Gibran poet, on his poem on love.
Okay.
So from the Prophet, I think is that collection of work. Very nice. It touches me deeply. All right. Well, I think we should. I'm just checking. Yeah, we should maybe just kind of have to draw a line, sadly.
Yeah.
There, and crack on. So let's go to. We have to rate it, Paul. We have to rate love.
Right.
It's a monumental task, mate.
It's monumental. That's totally the right word.
Hang on. Here we go. We have to play the little jingle.
The tractor bit.
No.
Oh no, the banjo.
Yes. So I'm just getting your
ears. The banjo bit.
Here we go.
Is it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing?
Love. Is it a dopamine hit or is it a burnout thing?
Okay. You go first, mate.
All
you
right.
go first. Dopamine 0 out of 10.
10. Right? It is a
10.
full on.
It is.
The most dopes you can possibly
get
into your system.
There's heaps of dopes. Yeah.
Full
heaps
dopes.
Heaps of dopes. And I concur. Is there a better dopamine hit than love? Let us know in the comments.
No.
Well, for some people, be A-class, some drugs could be a replacement for some people.
Okay. All right. So burnout score 10. It's a full 10.
It's a 10.
It will.
It has to be.
Level you out. It will.
Oh, massively.
Sink you to your knees, and then it'll dig a hole, and you'll further into it. Oh,
nice,
man.
Nice.
There you go. That is I can't think of any other thing that would get a full 10.
No.
Fucking crazy.
Such is the ever. What's it?
I have no idea, but you're searching around for words here.
I am, and they're not coming. I'm searching, and they're not happening. Such is the everlasting riddle of the circus that is love.
Oh, there we go. You're a poet, Paul. You're a poet.
Thanks. All
right, well, let's jump in the tractor and let's get our asses over to Alexander's Haunted Inn. Wow. Okay, right. She did a whole bunch of stuff on TikTok about love, so huge thanks to that. And she did say one thing about love. She says and I think we've touched on this. Interconnection among neurodivergents is precious. It goes way deeper than romance. Friendship is more valuable after all.
Totally.
Even between romantic partners, in my opinion. Love you guys. So yeah,
Lovely.
like friendship is, like having that that a love around friendship. I mean, I wouldn't say that I love you, Paul. I mean, I kind of like
But you not.
barely. I don't know. I I look like I like you. I think that's
Right. That's
the
enough for me.
the level of masking.
I'll take those
Hi.
breadcrumbs. I'll take those crumbs.
Oh, thank you, mate.
By the way, I'm not sure if this is how Alexandra wrote it, but it's written here: interconnection between neurodivergence. It sounds like a dance routine for neurodivergence. Neurodivergence.
All right.
Jive talking.
Turn up my life.
Jive talking. Neurodivergence.
Lovely. All right. So yeah. I mean, get into the comments.
Come on.
Right.
Yes.
This is where
this
you
is
say,
the bit where I said, yeah, your feedback is vital to us. We read all of your comments, and maybe we'll give you a shout out in future podcasts.
Absolutely. All right. I think it's now time for the
Quiz.
The quiz. Let's do it. It's the quiz. Right.
It's the
Here we
quiz.
go. It's the quiz.
And I'm 4-2 down.
You are. Let me just check my scores on the doors. 4-2 down. Let's see if you can pull one back. This I decided that I wasn't going to do a quiz about me. I was going to do one about. I'll do that next week, but I thought I would do one about love, right? Because I thought this would be interesting. So this is a love-themed, classic, old-school ADHDville quiz. All right, here we go. So it's 3 questions with 3 multiple choice answers. You have to find out which one of the 3 answers is true.
Right.
All right. So question number 1. Here we go. Eyes down for a full house.
Okay.
Which historical lover once wrote so many dramatic love letters that they are basically the 18th century equivalent of 3 a.m. emotional texting? So
Lord Byron.
So was it A, Napoleon Bonaparte, B, Abraham Lincoln, or C, Casanova? Who wrote so many dramatic love letters?
You're a cheeky boy, aren't you? Cheeky boy, Martin, because you've thrown in Casanova because I think it's Napoleon. I know that his love letters to his lovers were
Josephine.
Were beyond just unbelievable.
All right. So is that your answer?
Casanova is too obvious. I'm going for
And you would be right. He wrote, as you say, obsessively to Josephine. At one point, he wrote, "I wake filled with." I have to do it in French accent, of course. I wake filled with thoughts of you. I kiss your heart. Meanwhile, she was not really obsessed with him. So yeah, there we go.
Okay. Well, I know that he. If you want to cut this out, Martin, feel free. He used to send someone on he'd be on his way back from a battle somewhere in Europe, going back to Paris, and he would send some some kind of messenger ahead of him to tell Josephine not to take a bath before he got back, because he liked her womanly smells.
All right. There we go.
So this kid was like sent off. Go on, lad. Go on.
Oi, Josephine, don't get in that bath. No. Back out. No.
What? Soap? Are you having a laugh? No soap.
Exactly.
Yeah. He wanted her,
Yeah. Her Yeah, that's Anyway, question number 2. Let's keep this rolling along.
Yeah.
All right. Which royal love affair involved disguises, secret tunnels, and one of history's most powerful empires? So, royal love story.
Yes.
Was it Cleopatra and Julius Caesar? Was it Catherine the Great and Grigory Potemkin, or was it Queen Elizabeth I and Robert Dudley? So, which royal love affair involved disguises, secret tunnels?
Wow. Okay.
Disguises.
Well, Queen Elizabeth I.
Secret tunnels.
See, this is right up my street, because this could be my this could be my specialist subject. See, now I know that Elizabeth I, there's very, very little evidence of her romantic liaisons with other men.
Right.
Most of it was gossip.
Yes.
So the other ones were. So I think Cleopatra, tunnels, Julius Caesar,
and Catherine the Great and Grigory.
I think it's Catherine the Great and Grigory Potemkin.
Oh, so close! It was Cleopatra, and you might get this when I explain it. So it was Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. So legend says that Cleopatra had herself smuggled into Caesar's into Caesar's room, wrapped in a rug, and she was unfurled out from a rug. But actually, it was more like it was just sort of bedding rather than a rug. But
sounds like a fetish to me.
Well, yeah. So
rug fetish.
So she sneaked herself in, wrapped in dirty laundry, probably.
Nice. I like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Last one. Now, I think you'll get this, mate. I think you'll get this. I hope. All right. So, which historical figure proposed marriage by literally making a pros and cons list? So he proposed marriage. You know, like when you get down on one knee and you propose. He had a pros and cons list. That was his proposal.
That was his delivery?
Yes.
That was his form of delivery, a pros and cons list.
Pros and cons list.
All right.
So was it Albert Einstein? Was it Charles Darwin? Or was it Ludwig von Beethoven? Which of those do you think did a pros and cons list? As a proposal?
Now I think the first one, Freud, kind of very autistic. Freud,
right?
Pros and cons list. Autistic.
So Albert Einstein.
Einstein. He was also autistic.
Charles Darwin, Beethoven.
I'll go for Darwin.
And you'd be right, mate. You'd be absolutely right. So he made an actual written list before proposing to Emma Wedgwood. And here are some other things, Paul, because I thought you might be interested. What are the pros and what is on the cons?
I like that, detailed.
Yeah. So on his pros list, he had constant companion. He had it's better than a dog.
Wow.
Children.
And he should know, it was Charles Darwin.
Right. You got children out of it. And he literally wrote this: object to be beloved and played with.
Wow.
That's the proposal.
Amazing.
And on the cons list, less money. This is great. Less money for books.
Wow, that's specific.
Oh no, this is
That's brilliant.
such an autistic list.
Totally.
Also, less time for scientific work.
Yeah.
Which he kind of called a terrible loss of time was his way of summing marriage.
That's cool.
If I got married to you, it would be a terrible, terrible loss of my time. He also didn't really like the obligation to visit and receive the in-laws.
Okay, so that sounds very Einstein-y as well. He was a bit of a rogue, Einstein, very, very egotistical.
Right, but he still managed to remain married for 43 years. So
good on him.
Good on the fella.
Good on the fella.
Jesus Christ, that is like
that's great
level. All right, well, let me just squidgy up my what is next. All right, so that just leaves. Oh, that's so okay. So you are now just tot up the scores.
It's 4-3.
It's 4-3, mate. 4-3. So you're creeping up. So if you win next week's, you'll be all level. Nice.
So we've got next week.
Yeah,
next week's episode.
Yes.
Is ADHD and aging.
Oh, getting old.
Aging, yeah. I bet you've got something to say about that, haven't you, Martin?
Well, I'm 61 years young, mate. 61 years fun. Yeah.
Does it happen to you? It happens to me on a fairly regular basis. I think, am I 59 this year or am I 49? And I have to really think about it.
Yes.
That's 10 years difference. Right. I think, no, I'm 49, surely. Holy crap.
That's brutal.
I'm 59. That's brutal.
That is a brutal swing. I must admit.
That is a brutal swing, Martin.
All right, so I have to think. All right, so I've got to think about what is ADHD and getting older and how that affects.
Yeah,
that is going to be interesting because I can tell you, mate, there is no research on ADHD in old people.
Right. Yeah.
Anyone getting on into their nothing, zero.
By complete coincidence, because I'd already decided that it was going to be ADHD and aging 2 days ago. By complete coincidence, today I was listening to someone talking about the midlife men and midlife crises.
All right.
And how it's linked to their sudden realization of being mortal.
Right. That part.
Yeah.
All right.
Mortal immortality.
Right. I will live forever. I'm not dying, mate. What are you talking about? I'm going to be running for the next 40 years.
I like Spike Milligan's view on this. He said, "I don't mind the concept of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens."
Perfect. All right. Well, that is a good place to launch into the next bit, which is for me to say that ADHDville is delivered fresh every Tuesday to all purveyors of fine podcasts. Please subscribe to the pod and rate us most lovable. And feel free to correspond at will in the comments. But wait, there's more. If you wish to see our beautiful faces, then sally forth to the YouTubes and the TikToks. And you can also pick up a call and email us at ADHDville@gmail.com. But in the meantime, be fucking kind to yourself.
And I beseech you, fellow ADHDers, fare thee well with gladness of heart.
Aww. Where's my button that says...
There, says the mayor.
That's that. Oh, well, that's pretty good. And your new internet your new internet.
It's rocking, isn't it?
Fucking killing it, mate.
It's killing
your video's brilliant. Your audio.
It's like if I scratch my nose. It's like for you, it's in real time, right?
In real time, yeah. No, this is so much easier.
Better. Easier, isn't it?
It is
less stressful as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lovely.